Hello family, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy E, the Dividend Passport Bro, back with another video. Guys, as always, I like to give thanks to you guys, the subscribers, the member of this community that we are building. It's a slow process, but we are getting there slowly but surely. I appreciate everything you guys do for this channel, watching the content, sharing the content, liking the content, even providing comments and stuff. Appreciate that. Love it. And as always, guys, this is not financial advice. I'm just an old 51-year-old guy on YouTube that providing information about his portfolio and my portfolio alone. Okay, guys, so please do not use this as financial advice. If you do, you do it at your own risk. And you can be hollering and say, hey, that old dude made me do it. Yeah, that old dude. I'm the old dude. All right, guys. So we about to get to 2,000 subscribers. Right now we have 1,700 subscribers, okay? And we are getting up there, right? It's 1,700 plus, okay? So soon enough, we're gonna be, I feel with the support of the community, we are going to get to 2,000 subscribers this year. And not only that, we're gonna pass 2,000 subscribers. Now, if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. Okay, but you know, I'm not always wrong. All right, guys. Today, the market, as you guys can see, right, and this is just based on the S&P 500, right? It's what we kind of, base our portfolio on, the S&P 500. Now, as you guys can see, Nvidia, Oracle, okay, Microsoft, Meta, Amazon, Costco, Eli Lilly, all these guys, they did good today, but not everybody. A lot of the companies are in the red today. Okay, Apple and Microsoft, Adobe, they kind of finish like even, right? They didn't lose anything, they didn't gain anything. It just kind of balance out. Okay, even some of the other companies that we invest in, like Netflix, Abrevia, Comcast, Kroger, all those big companies, right? That make sure we do good. Okay, so let's jump into a little bit of crypto. Now, Bitcoin has been hanging around $95,000. Ethereum went up to 37, and then it came back down to 26. Now, guys, like I tell you guys, right? This is not financial advice. Like, share the content. I mean, even though you're not a crypto person, like I tell you, if you're not a crypto person, if over time, the top 10 over time, right? If you invest even $100 over time. So when people talking about it, you say, you know what? I invest in crypto too. Even $1,000, wherever you can put in there, put it in there, because you never know what's gonna happen, right? You never know what's gonna happen. You might wake up one morning and your $100 turn to 20,000. Your $100 turn to 100,000. It just depends what you put it in. Okay, I might be exaggerating the numbers a little bit, but this depends what you put it in. Now, as you can see, crypto is green across the board, right? That's a bunch of crypto, right? But most of the ones you can see on this tab right now is doing good. Now, and these guys, I have some of these, not a lot. I think about 10 or so, more or less, 10 or more or less crypto I have. Okay, I don't have a lot. Okay, Bitcoin, Ethereum are doing good, right? I just got into XRP, and it's down. Solano, I'm still putting a little bit of money into it because I'm trying to bring down my costs. As it go down, I buy a little bit to bring down my costs. Okay, guys. So you do what you can, do what you want to. Okay. So as you can see, guys, my buying power right now is about $5,500, $5,400. Okay. And I did buy some crypto today, right? I bought some crypto. And then I put in an order to buy, I believe either XRP or something else that I wanted to add to the portfolio. And that order is good for some time. So whenever it drops below that number, it's gonna buy for me. Okay. And I didn't buy anything else in here either because maybe tomorrow I'll see if I can buy some stuff in here. I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all what I'm gonna do. But for now, I mean, my portfolio is decent, right? Portfolio is decent. We're getting close to $30,000 a month across the board. Now, if we can do that every month going forward, that would be great. But anything is possible. Right now, um, you know, I'm still like in my head thinking on the numbers that we're gonna do for next year. Now, it's not gonna be possible if um, if we don't have a lot of money coming into the portfolio, right? Because as you guys know, I'm planning to retire, right? And you need money to retire, right? You need money to retire. So I can say, okay, I'm gonna retire. You know what? Let me do what I need to do to get out of here, and then, kapoof. I'm not saying I'm gonna run out of money, right? Except if I run out of money, that means a lot of people are gonna run out of money. Okay, so I'm not saying that. So this week, right? Um, I'm not gonna buy anything. I'm not buying anything that's supposed to pay dividend this week. Nvidia, I don't have that many. Uh, uh, NVD, I don't have that many. Let me see what else supposed to be paying that I have. I got Palantir, but I have like maybe like a share, right? This is the real Palantir there. Is that the real Palantir? Let me see. No, that's the YieldMax one. Yeah. So, um, I mean this sucker here, I bought it at 65. Now it is at $70. You know, and I'm gonna put $11 into it. But like I said, that's a placeholder, and if it continues to go up, then we're not buying nothing else. But for now, I mean, in this portfolio, that's the only thing I really have. Um, I think I got DIPS in another portfolio, or I sold. I sold before I transfer things over to this portfolio. Oh no, this DIPS is right there. So I got that. Um, so I mean, I'll be getting some dividends from this week. I don't know what we'll find out. What the dividend is going to be once it's announced. But for now, I mean, I'm not complaining. All right, guys, I'm not complaining. Now, what I've been doing yesterday and today in this portfolio, as you guys can see, right, the total cash and cash invested as invest or whatever it is will be invested. Right now, it's 100,000 something, right? I can't even. There you go. Now I do it. So I've been buying this piece of crap here, right? And I put a lot of money into this, and this sucker keep going down, 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 down. Now you see, I was at 225. Now I'm at 190, but I'm still down, right? Almost 60 cents, and that's a big chunk, right? I got 7,000, almost 8,000 shares, right? This paid monthly, so we're gonna see how much we're gonna get from the dividend this month. Okay, um, maybe I get it at 10,000. I mean, I'm gonna keep buying it until I can get my cost average down low enough to sell it. Now, at some point, let's say if it goes to zero or whatever, and they get kicked out. What are we gonna do? We're just gonna hold on to it. It's gonna be a tax write-off, right? So we do lose money in positions from time to time, but the goal is to overall not to lose money, right? Things happen. You make a bad bet and you think something's gonna work out, it don't work out. But from all of the reports and stuff I've been saying, this is supposed to come back to $4, right? So, I mean, maybe I'll buy some more. We'll see, right? But right now, I don't have that much money in the portfolio because I've been buying a lot of my core positions, right? I I've been buying a lot of my core positions, right? I'm trying to get them up to 2,000 shares. I mean, to 1,000 share. I put in an order to buy to get this up to 2,000 share, but all of it didn't fail. I mean, to 1,000 share, all of it didn't fail, right? So I'm 2 shares short of 1,000, right? As you can see, I'm working my way, building these guys up, right? This is one of my core positions. These are my core positions here. So these paying 12%, 10% yield, right? So now that I'm making the money, right? I'm not only investing it back into the other positions, but I'm investing it into the core positions that I have. So we're taking it stride by stride, building these back up, right? At some point, like I say, to get them up to where they're gonna be close to these big boys, like a Misty and Tesla that are paying a lot of money, right? So that's the goal. That's the overall goal as we build the portfolio. So like, if don't forget, guys, today was a red day, right? So usually when the market is down, that's when I like to buy, right? But sometimes you never have enough money to continue to buy on a red day. And it is frustrating because it's like, man, I thought I had enough to get more, but of course you never had enough, right? You never have enough. So as we continue to build the portfolio, I mean, we can only do what we can do, right? So as you can see, this is the Fidelity portfolio, right? This is Fidelity portfolio, and we have almost 2,000 shares of Tesla and almost 2,000 shares of Alti. Now, I'm definitely gonna push to get these up to that level, and then get Coney. Where is it? And get Coney up to 1,000. Now Misty, I sold a lot of Misty here and took a lot of money and moved it and invested in some other things. So, we got YBit that is, I mean, it's close, right? But I mean, overall, we're gonna continue to buy. Buy when the income come in. And man, I thought I sold all this stuff. It's still in there. I thought I sold it. I still got 300 shares. So I need to see what the value is of that thing. The total profit is 2,000. Total profit right there, 2,600. So maybe I'll sell that. I need to look into that and see. I thought I sold all of that and use that money to buy something else in this portfolio. So that's why it's good to look at this stuff. And when I retired 100% and have more time to pay attention to my portfolio, I mean, it's gonna be great. Because as you can see, every now and then when I'm making these videos and I look at certain things, I'm like, man, I thought I got rid of that, but then I go back because I know I placed an order to sell that, but some reason that order didn't go through or whatnot. But this is my original portfolio, right? So I have a lot of stuff in here that some of it is in my other portfolio, but I have a lot of things in here that don't pay high yield. As you can see, I got some that pay. That's the share portion. I was gonna see if I thought I put in the dividend yield, right? So the dividend yield, as we go down, and it just transferred, it pays 6.1%, 6.71%. So I mean, that's not bad. So all of these different things in here, they help grow the portfolio. And as I was saying, sometimes you don't want to have all the big boys. So if they go down, you got to have the other companies that pay dividend that's not paying the extremely high yield that continue to pay you so you can live. Now, if I decide to I'm moving out the country. Well, not if I decide. It's going to happen, right? It's just a matter of time. It's going to happen. Is to continue to grow these different portions of the portfolio. The income went up a little bit from yesterday, right? It went up, what, a couple $100? if that. Um, it's not a big change, but in the overall scheme of things, right? It's a big bump, right? We pushed this thing to almost over 2,700,000 in income in 10 years, in annual income in 10 years, right? And I would say it's going to be more than that, because based on this rate, the dividend yield is like 70%. Of course, the plan is to put more money into my lower yield dividend, but I'm still going to keep the high yield. So I don't know about that affecting the overall yield income, right? As we build things up, but we'll see. Maybe this system know more than me. More than it kind of, since I've been using this for a few years, it kind of understand my thought pattern and how I do things. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of, right? As that number continue to grow. Now, let's see what M1 got. M1 is the smallest thing. So I know it's like I tell you guys, well, M1 is good if you want to set it and forget it, especially if you're not investing in this high yield. And the thing I don't like about M1, let's say if everything going to the craps, right? And if you buy in the morning, except you go with the upgraded platform, you can buy in the evenings. Now, if the market drop, let's say at 3 or 4, you can't buy. You have to wait till the next day. So that's the only thing I don't like about M1. And sometimes I see some people that have $300,000-$400,000 and they use M1. Now, M1 have a lot of other things that you can do with it, as far as getting money and stuff. Like you can do the invest other things. You can get it against your money. I mean, it's almost like margins, right? But you can take loan against what you have if you have a certain amount of money. And it's almost like a loan, but it's not. They don't run your credit. It's just based on what you have with them. And you can use that. You can take money from M1, but for me, it's not. It's not what is going to work out for me. So the next account here is Robinhood, right? Robinhood, right now we are 6,000, almost at 6,000 across the board, right? We're I say 6,000 across the board. Next month the income is going to increase because we're going to continue to buy. And another thing is, I took out money and set it aside when I did all the selling, all this stuff. I took out 6,000 and set it aside to pay for my Tesla for the next 6 months, right? It's already paid the note this month, but for the next 6 months, next year, right? I set money aside, so I don't have to pull money from Charles Schwab to pay for Tesla. I don't have to pull money from anywhere else. So the goal, right? Like I told you guys, come January, I'm gonna start pulling some money from the Fidelity account, and maybe I'll put some into Charles Schwab for a little bit to get the income up to a certain level. And then once we get the income up to a certain level, I mean, we're at 6,000 right now. So, and I think if I put another 5 or 10 grand into Robinhood, that would push up. We'll get more margins, and that will push up the income. So, I think another 4,000 in here next year is doable. So I'm kind of calculating the goals, right? So let's say if we say 5,000 for Robinhood, right? I'm not ready to focus so much by M1 because, like I said, I get a little frustrated with M1, right? And then let's say for Fidelity, we almost at 12, right? So we'll make that another 5,000, right? That should be an easy. I mean, to get to 15, we're 3 away from 15, so 5. Let's make that 10 grand. So 10,000. 10,000 for Fidelity, right? So that's 15,000 right there. And then Charles Schwab, as we build it up, We at 10 grand right now, estimated almost at 10, right? So we'll say another, we'll say another 10 grand, right? So that's $25,000 right there for next year. So I think it's safe to say, because the goal we're going to do for this year, for the end of this year, was, you know, we've already reached our goal. Now the goal for next year was 30 grand, and we're almost there, right? We're almost there. So across the board, we're almost there. So, you know, we still have the rest of the year. Um, you know, so I might push the goal for next year. I don't know. I'm not gonna say yet, because I don't want to say 30 grand and then before the end of the year we go up another 5 or 10,000 in dividend, and then the whole goal is already wrecked, right? So I'm gonna wait and see how much of a dividend we get going over the rest of the year. Now, guys, I know I'm just talking about my this is my portfolio. I'm just talking about what's coming in and what's the estimated that's coming in, right? So, I mean, I know you guys have some ideas. Now, like I said, feel free to comment and, you know, post your comments in the chat, not in the chat, in the Discord, in the chat. I keep saying that, in the Discord, right? So we can talk about it. And next year I want to start doing the lives on Sunday. You know, now like I say, I'm just gonna be on there running my mouth. And if you guys want to join the live, you know, you can join the live where we can have conversations and just talk and just have a conversation, because we're building a community here. And I went and purchased StreamYard, so I'll be able to bring people on and we can have a conversation. And guys, I'm telling you right now, right? If you want to join the live, you got to, you know, show your face, okay? And you know, and you got to I have to see you before I bring you on. Make sure you're not doing crazy stuff. You got to show your face. And we're gonna have some rules and stuff, right? If you want to be on the live and you don't want to show your face, we're gonna have to pay a fee not to show your face. I think that's a good thing, because I mean, this is, you know, if you want to be on the live, you don't want to show your face, you gotta pay a fee. Okay, so we're gonna figure this out. But like I said, I'm thinking of a way to make it interesting, right? And to bring people on, and we're gonna bring, I think it's with StreamYard, the package that I got, I can bring up to, including myself, 9 people total on the call. And also I have what you call it thing, anyway, that we can do to bring people on, right? I have another product that what is this? Is it Zoom, right? Zoom call. I got Zoom also. So with Zoom you can have multiple people on the call, but we don't want to have too many people on the call where we make it kind of difficult, right? But guys, this is some of the things I've been putting together and in my mind, and trying to put as I built this community. I'm sounding like a little Frenchman. This community, as I built this community, and with your help, we can go a long way. Okay, guys, with your help, we can go a long way as we grow together. Now, you know, this is our estimate. That $290,000 is our estimated, but you know, if we do raw calculation, it's not going to be off by too much, because I use multiple products to calculate my dividends. And you know, some of the other two that I use, sometimes it's close and sometimes it just buck wild. And these tools give estimate based on, you know, what's coming in and what is expected. It looked like I'm kind of freezing there for a second, because I'm opening up the other two to see. I haven't opened it up all day, so when I open it up, I think it's kind of froze the system for a little bit. And the funny thing is, this computer it's still freezing. This computer have like a almost 36 gig of RAM in it, right? And I'm planning on buying another computer. I want to buy a gaming computer, um, for my, for to use for YouTube, um, because I think that they're more powerful, right? And I had this computer now for almost 4 or 5 years, so it's time to upgrade another one. Maybe I'll get that before the end of the year, and I can write that off in my business. Because this is a business, guys. Like I told you, I do stuff seriously, and I don't be playing about my money. So as always, guys, remember to invest into your future. Why is the thing keep freezing? Invest in your future, right? Because there's nobody gonna do it for you. Now, you can say, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do it later on." I got a friend that I met about 2, 3 months ago, and every time I talk to him, yeah, man, I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna get started. And since I met this guy, right, my income has gone up over. Now, when I said my estimated income has gone up over $50,000 in the last 3 months since I met this guy. Right, he's a very cool dude. But you can't make nobody do nothing, right? I didn't just get to $293,000 in income annually. I didn't just get there, right? And we can break it down some more. I didn't just get to 28,000 a month, like right away, right? 27,600 a month on average, right? I didn't just get there yesterday. It took time. For me, it took almost 5 years, right? Because of how long I've been doing this, almost 5 years to get to where I'm at. So now with high yield, if all my funds were in high yield, I would have probably $600,000 in there in my account, right? As far as income. But all my funds is not in high yield. I have high yields, yes, but I have other positions that I know no matter what will be able to sustain the dividend and not worry about NAV erosion, right? So you could call me the modern day Robin Hood because I take money from the high yield and put it into my low yield, right? But guys, enough, right? Remember to invest into your future, right? And don't have an excuse. Don't use anything as an excuse. I stumbled onto a YouTube channel today, right? And these guys were talking about making $20 an hour. And so I left a comment on the channel, right? And I said, if they were complaining about making $20 an hour, how, in your age, 30, 45, whatever it is, and somebody say, only the old guys right now, the guys in their 40s and 50s, are getting the jobs between $25 and $30 an hour. And I was like, no, that anybody like facts. Your job, if you just want a job and want to make $25, $30 an hour, you be lucky. It don't have nothing to do with age. You're lucky if you get it. But if you have a career, right? A career is different from a job. If you go to work at McDonald's, Wendy's, and flip fries or whatever, that's a job. But if you have a career, it's something you go to school for, get some kind of technical training or whatever that pays you decent money. And they was like, oh, I'm making enough to pay my rent, blah, 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 blah. And I know a lot of people that make six figures that live paycheck to paycheck, right? Even me, sitting right here, I live paycheck to paycheck. And you was like, Eddie, you live paycheck to paycheck? Yes, I do, because I invest all my money. When I get my paycheck, I pay all my bills, and whatever left, I invest it into the market, right? That's what I do. So technically, I am living paycheck to paycheck. All the dividend that I get, right, they come into the portfolio. Eventually, they all get reinvested. The only thing that I will usually take out, as you guys know, is money for my Tesla. So I'm living paycheck to paycheck, but there's a plan behind the madness, right? So if I decide tomorrow, like, oh, I need more money, then I won't invest the money, right? And if something happened, I have an emergency, I can put on the credit card and pay that credit card in a week or two, right? So anyway, guys, you gotta make a choice. You gotta be intentional. You gotta be intentional about your finance. You gotta be intentional about what you do, because if you don't, there's nobody gonna help you. And sitting around, people complaining about, oh, these immigrants coming from overseas and they're taking these jobs, paying $7 an hour so they can afford to pay people $7 an hour. Well, I'm a U.S. citizen now, but I wasn't always a U.S. citizen, right? I was once an immigrant. You can call me, right? Because I wasn't born here. But when I had the opportunity, right? I went to school. I went to more school. I learned a skill set, right? And a lot of times, right, the company that we started in, we had to leave, and I can count every last one of my friends that we all worked together, that were all Africans, Jamaicans, Italian, and to be specific, Ghanaian, Tanzanian, Nigerian, Liberian. We all had a skill set, but where we work, they would not give us a raise. Not me raise, they won't give us a promotion. But they will hire somebody else from another company that had no experience, bring them in and train them on things that we already knew, but they just didn't want to give us a job. And the reason why was because of our manager. Our manager was Nigerian, and she didn't take crap from nobody. And she protected her technicians. She protected the people that work for her. So everybody in the company, they hated her with a passion, and we suffer for it. And I learned that managerial skill. So when I became a manager, I treated my employees, the people that reported to me, I treated them the same way, protected them from everybody else, right? And we had to leave there to go outside of that company to become a manager, to become senior engineer, to become architect, to become a director, senior vice president, CFO, CISO, right? We had to leave. So sometimes you have to step away from where you at to get to where you need to be, right? And the only way you're going to do that, if you're around the right people that is doing it, right? How you going to just be up like, you know what? If you never ran into a guy like me talking about dividend, you had no clue that you could do this thing. And you're not around people that talk about this. How in the world will you do that? If you don't have that mindset to do better and look for things out there that you can do, right? A lot of people, some guys will call me and be like, man, I want to do this stuff. You know, I want to make $3,000-4,000 a month. I'm like, okay, it's possible. What's your time frame? Man, I want to do this in 6 months. Okay. Well, you want to make that money, you need about $60,000-70,000. What? Oh man, why am I going to get $67? $60,000-70,000. Are you working right now? Yeah. Can you work another job? Yeah. Can you work 2 jobs? 3 jobs? Yeah. Well, then get to it. That's it? Yeah. Work. When you earn that income, you invest. You earn the income, you invest, and every now and then you treat yourself. So you don't forget why you're doing all this hard work. And then in return, you get to see the money that you're busting your butt for to invest, right? One of the guys in the Discord said, I sold things in my house, right? I sold things around the house. Now I assumed that he got a lot of stuff around the house he didn't need, and he's just sitting there. He sold those and took that money and invested. Now that stuff can sit in the house 10, 20 years, and once you buy it, it's just stuff, right? But when you take that money and put it into the market, it can do two things. It can lose value because you buy the wrong things, or you buy the right things, and it can compound and make you more money, right? And dividend investing, I say it all the time, it is very addictive, because once you start seeing the money coming in, right, that dollar, in my case it was few cents, 17 cents, 18 cents, 19 cents, 1 cent, 2 cents, before we got to the 17 cents. But once you see that money coming in, then you're like, oh, this is for real. And you don't have to do nothing other than buy more positions. Now people are like, well, why can I not buy, Microsoft? Why can I buy Apple? Yeah, you can buy Apple. You can buy Microsoft. They pay dividend. They pay very low dividend. But I put that into my growth category, right? Because if I buy Microsoft and it goes up $300-400, I think it's almost $400 something right now. If you bought it at $100 or $200, and it is what it is now, can you imagine if you have 1,000 shares of those? Microsoft's gonna go up to whatever it is, and they're gonna do another split, right? I can't remember when the last time they did a split, but it's gonna go up. They're gonna do a split. Am I gonna sell what I have, Microsoft? No, it's in my growth account. I don't plan on selling that. I don't need the money. That's why I have my growth account completely separate from my dividend account. Because the dividend account is my money tree. You plant that seed, you hope it rains, you put a little bit of water on it, and you hope it rains to continue to fertilize your tree. Now, if you have 10,000 trees, I have over 155 positions that pay me dividend. Now, in 3 different portfolios, right? But my Fidelity portfolio got most of those positions in it. Almost 100, 151, 152 in my Fidelity portfolio. Because that's my house portfolio, right? Robinhood for Iara, my daughter. Charles Schwab, that's my cost of living portfolio, my car, my insurance. So you trying to tell me that right now I don't have enough money coming in? Well, I got more than enough to pay my daughter tuition, right? I only need 12 grand a semester. So this is right here. This is a semester right here. That's what, 20,000? That's more than what I need. Okay. Now, Charles Schwab, 1,000 for the car, right? I pay back 1,000 to, more, whatever I don't take out goes down to, it goes towards the margins, and I get more margins, right? So even if I pay all my bills out of here, right? If I pay all my bills out of here, $10,000 a month, this can cover all my bills, literally. This is enough to pay all of my bills, not including my mortgage. I mean, it's enough to cover my mortgage, but let's say if I don't take my mortgage out of here, that will leave me a couple of $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 every month after I pay all my bills, right? That's 10. That will leave me about at least $3,000, almost $4,000 after I pay all of my bills. Now I have other bills, other mortgages, or other loans and stuff, right? So just handle that. Now, well, I don't have other mortgages. I only got one, the house I live in. Everything else is paid for. Now, so this account to pay for my mortgage, right? Mortgages, taxes, whatever. So $12,000. 3.5 for the mortgage. Another, let's say 3.5 for the mortgage, right? And we say another 1,000 a month for taxes, right? So let's say 4,500 a month set aside, right? Even let's say 4,000. So I got 8,000 left over to do whatever the hell I want to do with in this, right? I can reinvest, right? I can take the money out, put it into my other portfolio, and grow the other portfolio, right? And I'm going to start another portfolio. I need to make sure I say I'm going to do it, so I'm going to do it. I haven't done it yet. But I need to make sure I'm going to have maybe 8 to 10 positions in there. And then not that it's not going to be any YieldMax. It's not going to be any Roundhill. It's not going to be any Defiance, right? It's going to be specific positions, right? That no matter what's go on, what's go down, they're going to pay. And some of them pay quarterly, some of them pay monthly. But that's going to be in their portfolio, right? That's going to be in their portfolio. And you guys going to see it like I share everything. That's going to be in their portfolio. So at some point, guys, you know, I know I'm just like, I'm talking too much today. I don't know what's going on with me, but I think that watching the YouTube channel today kind of pissed me off. It was multiple channels. Kind of pissed me off because if I can do it, right? If I can do it, I know there's a lot of other people that's doing it right now that's member of this channel, that's subscribers of this channel, member of this community, that leave comments every day that's doing it, right? And having the mindset to not to just forget about yourself, but to put yourself behind a little bit. Guys, the most important thing you guys already know is the older you get is your health. Now your health is very important. I'm 51, about to be 52. My health is very important. I have a 22-month-old daughter, right? Tomorrow she's going to be 2-month-old tomorrow. Now I want to be around for her when she finished college and pass this on to her before she do that. Now, of all the kids, I think she's the one that's going to take out my footstep. I believe she's the one who's going to do what daddy's doing right now. Now, she might not do it on this skill set, on this level, but she's going to have everything she needs and even better to learn this, right? To run this empire that I'm building today, right? And by the time she's 24 years old, she probably have surpassed me, right? Because of what I'm doing right now as far as building for her, and when she get old enough to start instilling her. And now when I say old enough, not when she get to freaking 18, 19, when she gets 7 and 8 and can understand what the stuff is, I would start showing her how to do it. So she can understand what the bodies are buried, just in case something happened to her daddy, she'll know. Okay, guys, I know I've talked more than I talk normally. But guys, remember to invest in your future, because, I mean, anything is possible, right? That's why I was trying to get to 20 grand. Like, if I can make 20 grand a year, I can live in Colombia. I can live in DR. That was my goal. But now, at this stage, I'm like, I don't even need to move anywhere. Even though I love Colombia. I love DR. But I want to travel other places, but it's always good to have your base. Now, United States is my base, right? And I'm going to be here for as long as God's allowed me to be here. But $24,000 a month, that's more money than I make in my job in 3 months. So, I mean, I cannot complain. Okay, guys? I cannot complain. So, do what you need to do. Stop procrastinating and do it. Okay? Now, you guys can go back and look at the videos. 4 months ago, 5 months ago, before I started putting a lot more money into YieldMax, before I started using margins, I was bringing in what, $20,000-$30,000 a year, something like that. I can't remember now, right? And I started putting money into YieldMax and getting those income. That increased the income, and with margins, got the income to where it is, right? So my strategy, I didn't just start buying this stuff, then I figure out what to do with the money, right? I was already buying lower yield dividend and a little bit of YieldMax to help increase my income. And as I got more comfortable, and when my daughter like, Daddy, you gotta pay for tuition, and I'm like, okay, well, that was in the plan. You were supposed to get a scholarship. You don't want to play no sports, but now everything I'll tell you to do, you don't want to do it. But now that you're in school, you listen to your mom. Now you know you have a dad. So daddy got to pay for this stuff, right? So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go all in. Not literally. I'm going to go all in. Now, you guys know I had almost $100,000 worth of crypto. Almost $100,000 worth of crypto, right? That I sold, and I put a lot of that money into Robinhood. I put some of that money, 10,000 back into Charles Schwab, which I took up some and put it into my account to pay my car note. So I put 5,000 into Charles Schwab, right? And you know I pulled money out of Charles Schwab and out of Fidelity to put into Robinhood also to raise the income up. So I have moved money from these portfolios to grow the portfolio. Okay? So now that the portfolio is getting to where it needs to, we just got to get it to the next level. Right? We got to get it to the next level. So all I can do is continue to do what I'm doing. And, thanks to you guys for all the comments and stuff, it gave me more motivation to continue to invest, right? More motivation to continue to invest, to get my portfolio up, to get more income, right? And that's all I'm going to do. So guys, I said enough, okay? Invest in your future, because there's nobody's going to do it for you, right? There's nobody going to do it for you. People are going to tell you, oh, this is what you need to do to make money. This is what you need to do to make money. Okay, yeah. But I'm showing you every single day how I am escaping the rat race. Every single day I show it to you guys on this channel. Okay? And you guys see my portfolio. You'll see my Fidelity portfolio. Even though I've stopped showing it to y'all, but you'll see it right here. This is Fidelity right here. Everything in here is Fidelity. It goes down, it goes up. My profit's gone down from 50 to 49,000. But you guys see it every day. So it's up to you. They say you can take the horse to the water, but you can't make the horse drink. So you got to take that analogy, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a blessed day. Invest in your future.